Yeah, we're at Evander Farms, Evadan Farms in Owerri, yeah, Imo State, Nigeria. Now, this is the second phase of the facility. Uh, about 40 ponds right in here, each one with about 2,000 liters of water. Now, the intention of coming here is to actually assist them in knowing what to do to actually move on and make the farm uh, a fully operational and functional system. Now there are a few mistakes that have been made here, almost about 10 or 15 of them, and I just pointed a few to some of us now, not with the intention of making the folks who have labored for the construction feel bad. They have done a fantastic job here, at least for people who are not in the peak of understanding of fisheries. This is definitely a significant project, but there always room for improvement. Just like for anything in the world, for them to be able to put a structure like that for staff quarters, and I think they've done their best. But when it comes to fisheries, you always still need people who who have seen quite a number of things all over the place, and that's why they call Mr. Fish in to assist them to to look at the loopholes and then plug the loopholes. So let's look at the oversights one by one. Second. Okay, I think it's important for you to see the face of Mr. Fish. Right, let me move the spectacles. Now, let's look at the oversights one by one. Now, if you look at the ponds, let's start from the structure. Now, quite a few oversights in the structure. Now, what is good about this program? Now, the whole system is beamed properly, which looks okay. The outlets here look fantastic, fantastic. Now let's get to now using 4-inch pipes, 4-inch pipe outlets. But let's get closer. Let's get closer and look at one or two things now. Now out there, I see the pipes out there. Now that's a question. Does those pipes, do they have holes, perforations?
Yes.
Do they have perforations?
Yeah, they have perforations.
Oh, good, good. So if they have perforations, that's okay. Now the first thing is that, like the emblem of Mr. Fish, we always advocate that you must cover up your ponds. Now the first thing is that the ponds need a cover, a shade. It's going to be some expense, but I think it's worth the while, because if you look at the water a little bit closely, you have got fingerlings in there, but the green algae, like I always say, they are friendly during the day, but at night they switch to respiration and consume oxygen. So that means they have to walk out the ponds, and then it affects the growth of the fish to a larger extent. And then of course they need to change water regularly and co. Not not minding the fact that if you mistakenly have an attack of blanket weed, let's look at an attack of blanket weed here. It can really be tough. Look at, we got blanket weed here now. Now to take care of this blanket weed, we will need an ultraviolet sterilizer to actually be able to get this off. Or else, if you look at, it's already taking care of it's already creating a nylon, a cellophane blanket on top of the water. If this is not taken care of quickly, it's going to affect the ability of the fish to breathe and can lead to mass kills. So what they will do for now is to actually change. Now, it's not possible to have blanket weed if the pond is shaded or covered. So my advice first, in the absence of a roof now, it's for the manager to look for sticks to place across, right? And then you place cellophane, black cellophane, on top to cover almost 3/4 of the pond, so that you can have the blanket weight off. And then we go ahead and see how we can. You have access to electricity, eh?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we're going to look for aerating system quickly, so that while the blanket weight is dying, they are going to, oxygen is there to decay them. So you have a reaching system to actually save the life of the fingerlings for now. But there was access to UV light would have been so wonderful. So that's the first thing. You've got to roof the pond later on, because when you roof, it's not easy to now do a very nice aerating system for the ponds. And then everybody's happy. Now everybody's squinting. The other guys don't have caps on their head, and then even though they have thick air, but then it's not funny at all. Increased temperature, you're losing a lot of fluids, and fish is supposed to be fun. So we're going to look at the segment over there and see how we can roof that particular one as an example for them to go ahead to now roof all the response. You are going to now still at Evadan Farms in Owerri, Nigeria, and Africa here. Now we're talking about the improvement of the structure that has been laid down at the farm by the engineers. A few mistakes here and there, but then it's for you to learn, and then so that you can learn from this and don't make mistakes again. The other essence is to actually help investors all over Nigeria. Now let's take a look here at the site structure. Now the outlets. Now if you look at here, we've got the outlets to take off the water. Let's say nice one. This looks good. Perfect, right? But I'm going to say something real good. But let me say something here. Look at the water going down. Now this water will create a kind of sliminess on the floor over time. And when you carry wheelbarrow with feeds, wheelbarrow with fish to customers, suddenly there's a strip. Of course, somebody can knock his head against the hard concrete, and that's going to be a recipe for disaster. So what has to be done here is that a culvert has to be made here with a little bit of space to create room for the vortex here, and then they can now just leave it about 6 inches of pipe in of culvert to create a gutter on this side, right? Up to that. When it gets to this place, the same stuff is done again. Create a vortex here, and then you thin it off here again to about 6 inches or 4 inches, and it gets all down right there to this place. Now what I don't know now, depending on where the water flows into, which the bricklayer is going to determine, because obviously there's a mistake about sloping here. I think the whole thing is supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
So the culvert is made to curve again down there on a thin stretch, just straight down to the outlet, which makes a lot of sense, right? So that you can have your wheelbarrow in between and you have a clean environment, so that when it's shaded, there's no dirty, very wet, mucky things. Yeah, we're dealing with animals, but then we want it to be a clean environment. That's very crucial and important. So that be as it may, let's look at the other side here where the construction is, a new construction is going on. Now if we look at one or two of it, now it's good that the system is beamed. I mean, you have a pillar here, but if you look at this, there's obvious mistakes here. Now oversight. Now and what's the oversight? Now if you look at the space that we have, that the number of blocks, we're supposed to have about 7 coach of block all in all. Already we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God! And you still have to have a beam. And by the time it's just high. Look at what we have here. It's a little bit unfriendly. Why the pond should actually be, when you build your pond, it should be at your sternum height. That's what makes it easy for a woman to walk in a pond. And women, beg your pardon, women are supposed to be the leaders in this world of fish farming. And then if you have a woman come here and he finds out the pond is above the bust level, they don't like it. Yeah. They don't like it. And they can't keep the bust at the back. So how do you go about farming? So you are turning to a masculine system. So the next set of ponds have to be built as such that the highest place is the sternum. I hope you get that right, Mr. King. Yeah. I mean, it should be the next. So yes, what we're going to do for this one now is that we'll start the beaming here now to make up for the mistake, and then the outlet will not be on this side now. It will be there, and then all of this heavy material in here will be compacted down, and then a slope is made to that side, and then you have a very clean, and the pond will not be as tall as this, so that we can now have a nice roofing system. Now let me say something, Armstrong. To make a roof, you have to stand on this and raise up your hand. That's what makes the roof comfortable. You can imagine the height we're going to have.
Yeah.
So the point is there, because out there, which belongs to the entrepreneur, is slower. So there's no need to have the excessive height. And it's not good for some of you guys, because you're tall, but Armstrong is not as tall as you are. It's not funny. You need a all over the place. So I think, having said this, I believe we'll come to rectification, and that's why the Mr. Fish team is here to actually help rectify a few of these challenges. And I hope when it's done, the ease of work and profits in this farm is going to be enhanced massively. This is Mr. Fish talking from Nigeria. Okay, upstairs there. This is an overview of Evanan Farms in Owerri here in Imo State again, Imo State, Nigeria. Now, this is the first phase, and we're taking an area view of what it looks like. Farms, they've built a farmhouse. This is quite impressive as a farmhouse. That makes the staff comfortable, and there's a commitment on their part. Now, if you look at the overhead tank reservoir, now this is almost about I think it shows about 5,000 gallons. Am I right?
Yes.
5,000 liters. Now, even at this is a child's play for this project here. So we got 2 boreholes to actually pump in water here. But the challenge here is getting enough water for the farm as a wind deal. That means we need a bigger pump. You got a bigger pump, that's more shunning of the water. Then you need scalar energy to actually get the water back to its original shape. Now, if you look at all this black stuff, this netting on top of this stuff, is to prevent an obvious challenge that starts happening now once the fish is getting to table size, and that's the birds, the kingfisher, the heron, the egrets, and the rest. They're going to come over. So they're really ready for it. This is really thick enough, and I think it's just nice and just fair. Now they've got about 24 pounds, like I said. Some are long, and the fishes have been there now from October 2nd, and then they seem to look fairly okay, though a little smaller than conventional size because of the rationing of feeds, which have been here to correct that idea of rationing feeds. The system is okay to actually maximize feed consume. Since they change water a little bit regularly, to prevent green algae from usurping the anabolic conversion of the food at night, so they can still improve on the food. So I've advised on the weighing scale for them to measure, so that we can know the exact quantity of food to give them relative to the weight of fish in a particular pool. That's the job Armstrong is going to do once I leave here, so that we can know the exact amount to give the fish, so the fish can really grow big fast. Now here on the middle of the road, on the middle of the partition here, there's a need to actually have planks in the middle, so that we don't have to step on water at all times, which is a very important prerequisite. Safety is one of the watchwords in any farm at all. So this is absolutely very important. The fishes seem obviously happy for now, even though they're in the sun. But the guys are the ones that won't be happy for that, because they have to change water much more regularly. Now the space in between here is a little bit small. When you're building a farm, make sure you leave minimum 0.5 meters for access, easy access. This is a little bit of a conservation when we know that we have a lot of space to deal with. This is Nigeria, this is not New York, and I don't know, and this is not Aja or VGC where land is prime. You always give more space. I think that'll be corrected on the second or third phase. That's going to be done. So for you viewers, I think that's enough for you. I think it's time for me to get down to business with the guys off camera now, so that they can now really be a testimonial. Probably I'll get back to you when they're harvesting, and I'm there to witness 1 or 2 of it, so I'll keep it posted. They definitely need a hatchery and a nursery, and then good backup systems, and that's what I'm there to give Armstrong, so that they can actually give us the moonlight testimony of his brother Neil Armstrong.